Hey guys, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a build of my dream house and I was super excited. I loved how this build came out. It actually came out exactly the way I wanted it to, which was kind of surprising. But basically it's sort of a cottage style house, if you want to call it that. And it's got two bedrooms, but it's really a bedroom and an office in the way that I made it. And then it's got a full bath and then a half bath downstairs. And it doesn't have a formal dining room. It has kind of a small dining room, but the sort of vision I had in mind when building this house is I would be living here either by myself or only with one other person. So it's very small, but what's in it is very nice, and that's why I like it. Like, to me, having a really nice house, like my dream house, isn't huge. It's just got like a lot of nice stuff. You know what I mean? And it has this little patio. It has this patio in the front, and then it has another little patio place in the back that you can get to through the kitchen, or obviously just by like walking around. I didn't put a fence around the whole house, but if you watch this build, you'll notice that I really like plants, and there's plants everywhere in this house, and not even necessarily in the house, but also outside of the house. There's also lots of plants. I don't know why the video is struggling a bit here. Oh, there we go. It's back to normal. So it is 2 stories, and I'm not sure what was going on with the floor right then. That was kind of weird. It's 2 stories, and like I said, it's got technically 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. But like I said, I made the second bedroom into an office because I would love to have an office space in my real house. So I ended up making this bathroom on the second floor. I ended up making it a little bit bigger because I wanted to put 2 entrances to it, one from the hall and one from the bedroom. Because, like I said, I would only be living here either by myself or with one other person. So there wouldn't need to be like, I don't know, like 2 bedrooms on the upper floor. Just like, in my opinion, I don't really think we would need that. Just with me and one other person. Okay, so I was working on the roof here, and the video kind of lags a little bit sometimes, just, I guess, like, ignore that. I actually really liked how this roof came out. This is probably my favorite part of the house, is the roof, which I know sounds kind of weird, but as you'll start to see, I was just kind of experimenting with it, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do at first, but I actually really loved the way that it turned out, and I was super excited that I liked it, because I always had a lot of trouble with roofs on Sims houses. I don't know, it never really worked for me, but with this, I think I don't know, something just clicked, and then it worked, so you can see I was starting to put like a little roof on the side there, and I eventually didn't like that, so I eventually just get rid of that, and then I extend that front roof over to cover that instead. And I brought it out so that it meets the columns, and I decided I didn't like that there, so I just kind of pushed it back. And I really liked how it turned out. It's sort of like I said, this is sort of like a cottage-y type house, and I really, really love it. I love like the window styles, and I love sort of the dark colors of the house. There's a lot of browns, which normally I'm opposed to a lot of browns in real life, but for some reason in this build, I really liked the browns, and I love hardwood flooring. And so I started out with this darker hardwood, and then I ended up changing it to a lighter hardwood. But I don't know, I really like the way it turned out, and like if I ever got to like be rich and I ever got to build a house, it would be very close to this, maybe a little bit bigger, but it's hard to control the size of the houses in The Sims. Like, you can always make them bigger, but then it messes everything up. And I like the layout of this house, but I would like the main bedroom to be a little bit bigger, and maybe the office to be a little bit bigger too. But with the layout of the downstairs, it just didn't work out for this build. But I still really like the way it turned out, and honestly, in real life, you wouldn't really have the same problems that you have in The Sims, because you can move things around and it doesn't have to be like in a set place, like a set pattern, I really like what I did with the kitchen counters here. I've never done anything like that before, where it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like it goes in and then it goes back out. If you want to say that, it follows the wall. And I really liked the way that that turned out. And I ended up moving that light I just placed in front of the fridge. I ended up moving that because I started to put cabinets in and it didn't work. The cabinets wouldn't work with the light there. I'm putting a plant down. This is the first plant. I use this plant everywhere, in all of my builds. You'll see it. It'll consistently pop up because it is probably my favorite plant in this game. I don't know why. I just really like the way that it turned out, or that it looks in builds. It's just a nice like plant that only takes up one square and it's decently big enough that it looks okay on the floor instead of like on a desk. Which, first of all, what is up with that in The Sims? There's always like this weird thing where plants that can go on the floor don't look good on the floor because they're not big enough, but you can't place them on a table, so then I just never end up using them. Like if they're floor plants, they need to be like decently big, and if they're table plants, like small plants should be able to fit on tables. Like there's like certain little flower pots that you can't place on tables that would definitely work on tables in real life. I don't know, it just really confuses me. So at first I was trying to put the TV in this little alcove here, but I ended up moving the couch to be there, and then I moved things around, so I adjusted the way that it looked. And you know, I wasn't entirely happy with the living room. I really wish that there would have been a fireplace, but just with the layout of the house, I didn't really like the way it looked, and it kind of looks plain to me. And I wish I would have added more, or I wish I could have added more, because I don't know, I didn't really know what else to add, and I couldn't fit anything else on there. I wish there was something under the TV, maybe. I don't know, I just didn't really like the living room. I like the layout of the living room, but I wish there was more decorations. And see, here's what I mean by it's a very small dining room, but like I said, like in real life, it wouldn't matter that the door was there because you would still be able to put like a dining room there. I don't know, but in The Sims, it's kind of awkward. And then here's the little half bath downstairs. It's just got a toilet and a sink in it, and I think that's fine because like when guests come over to your house, they're hanging out downstairs and they don't really need a shower. I mean, if they're gonna shower at your house, then they probably need to stay upstairs anyway in like a guest bedroom, which I don't actually have a guest bedroom in this house. In real life, I would probably want a guest bedroom, or at least like a blow-up mattress or something, so that people who stayed over could sleep. Like I said, this isn't exactly the way that I would want my house set up, my dream house, but it's very close with like layout and stuff. But like I said, with The Sims, like the sizing of things is off, and you never know. And I love this little half wall open floor thing I did right there in the upper hallway. I definitely could have used that space better. I could have made, I don't know, maybe another little tiny bedroom or something there, but I just really liked the way that looked, and I really wanted to use that long hanging light. I tried to use it in like 4 other places in this house, and it just like it wouldn't work, so I had to put it there. And okay, so this bedroom, I don't know, I think I'm gonna do the office before I get to the bedroom, but the bedroom and the way it's laid out is very, very close to my bedroom in real life. And speaking of my bedroom in real life, if you guys want like a room tour of like my bedroom, please let me know, because I've been thinking about doing one, because even though I streamed and I do, videos that show my bedroom and stuff, I've never actually given you guys like a full look at what my bedroom looks like, and I actually really, really like it. I love the way that it's set up, and I love like it's sort of simplistic and it's really cute. And so if you guys want to see that, let me know. And see here, it's really interesting, in the actual like bedrooms in the office, I got away from the brown theme, but the rest of the house does have the brown theme, which is like I was saying, like normally I don't like the color brown, especially like in bedrooms and stuff. And you can see that I always focus on like white and blue and gray, and like even in my real life bedroom, that's what it looks like. I have like white and blue and gray in my bedroom, instead of like browns. I don't know, browns in bedrooms, I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't really like it. But I do like it in living rooms and in other rooms. And I'm putting the lights all the way around the room. That's how I have my room now, with the fairy lights hanging all around, and I love it. I think it's super cute, and I turn them on all the time, and they give off good light, almost better light than my actual, like the light that's hanging from my ceiling. And in my real life bedroom, I have a kind of vaulted ceiling, so it makes the room, like the light from the room, awkward. Like it doesn't distribute correctly. I don't know how to explain it. And I love that I put the little mirror on a slight angle in the corner, because I actually have that in my room too. Obviously, like in real life, the bed would not take up that much space in the room. It's just kind of awkward in The Sims. And like if you build in The Sims, you know what I'm talking about. It's like kind of awkward. And I wanted to try and find more stuff to put in the hallway, but I ended up only putting that little sculpture thing in the corner and this painting on the wall. But I actually really liked it. And then I made the outside this like really pretty blue. And I love that. I have a blue house in real life, and it's so cute. I love it a lot. And then I made the little part right here. I made that out of like stone brick, and I think it's super cute and super pretty. And I ended up actually forgetting to do the side walls, so I go back and I do that towards the end of the build. You'll see that eventually. So I love plants. I said that before. And so I really loved putting all these plants out in front of the house and on the side of the house. And then I end up putting some trees in too. I don't know, decorating like flowers and stuff like this with them all like layered together, like that's not really how it looks in real life. Like in real life, you wouldn't do that to your plants. Like you wouldn't have them all just like randomly placed. I don't know. I just really like how it looks in The Sims, and I love the look of just like wild flowers and like how they just do whatever they want and go wherever they want. I don't know. It's super cute, and I love it a lot. And you can see here I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with the flower bushes by this little place, and so I just put them around. I put some rocks in, because in real life, you know, I would always accent flowers with rocks, and I added some trees. They're not too big. I put some little flowers underneath them. And then in the back, I just put a bench and then a couple of gardening pots on top of the deck. And then outside of that, I put some big flower planting places, because in my dream house, I would love to have a garden. That's like one of my biggest things. And obviously, like, I wanted to show that my sim would be gardening here and not like just like putting random plants everywhere. And I added these cute little lights around the house. They're super cute. But that is all I have time for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.